Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Just one bit of news, besides the fact that a lot of people are infected in the world, all over, and people are dying. Our heart goes out to the families. I heard a shocking statistic. They say that today over 3,000 people died in the U.S., which is more in one day than the September 11 attacks. That's amazing. There's a huge failure somewhere that cannot be ignored. Okay, and this is very, very bad. All right, but we all need to pitch in and survive this. We will survive this, but got to be more careful. Yeah, also another bit of news. We just heard from Korea that we have a visa for Master Z. So he'll be going soon, we think. So this is your last chance to be nice to him. Okay? Make him feel like he's not rejected, that we're not pushing him away because we don't like him at all. We like him. It's just work needs to be done. And in the nature of our environment, we go where we sent, like in the wars, soldiers are sent where they're supposed to go, okay, and so forth. But it doesn't mean that we don't care, right? Do you care? You do, okay? See, there you go. So we're going to have going away parties every day until he goes. I'm kidding. We are cultivators. We don't do that. We don't have parties. Huh? Anyway, so any questions, outstanding questions we need to have? Oh, look at that. Go for us. No questions? So last night I got a little bit excited and I thought, wow, good thing we discovered how the second patriarch, Shantao, taught his disciples, his followers, how to recite the Buddha's name. And I love it because it's not like you have to recite all day. Okay, he says it's Dharma door, very simple, especially for lay people or for everyone. As a matter of fact, before you go to bed, do those vows, and then recite the name and contemplate. That's it. Everyone remembers that? So do that. And if you do that, the patriarch says, you will be reborn for sure. And I hope if you do that, you will have a chance to be reborn this lifetime. That's my deepest desire, is for you to go see Amitabha Buddha. It's the best place, the best teacher possible for you, who will be there with you, okay, every step of the way, guiding you. 接引导师, 接, they call the Buddha, Amitabha Buddha is the Chinese call it 接引导 Shi. Shi is teacher. Jie is to greet. Meaning that he come and greet you. When you are about to go to the Pure Land, he'll come himself and will greet you personally, each and every one of you, so he knows your face. Okay? He knows about you, each and every one of you. You know how many people there are in his Pure Land? He knows each and every one of them because he personally came and greeted them and brought them back to his Pure Land. Just jie, to greet. In is to, what's in Chinese?
Greet, bring over, guide.
There you go. Jie in. In is in Dao. Okay? In Dao is to guide. Is to induce you. Not just guide, but induce you. Guide is like you pay for a guide when you go to Paris and you go sightseeing and you know, the best use of your time is to hire a guide, okay? So that this guide here is a local authority. He knows which places you should go to maximize your exposure, the culture, the food, and maximize your enjoyment for your experience. So the guide is very important. So the same thing in cultivation. The reason that many of you have been progressing a lot more than I did personally when I first came to Mahayana is because it doesn't look like it, but you have guides around you at different levels. You have different levels from low to high. You have guides around you. You know, what are those guides? Do you want names? Those are the people that when we back to normal, that you have lunch and you see the person in front of you, that's your guide right there. Got it? That's your guide. Because we are all learning from each other and encouraging each other. All right? So the guides are all around you. If you go to a good place of practice, the best guides are not the head monk or the abbot. The best guides are the people around you, people that you rub elbows with. Okay? Now, that's our world. Whereas in the Pure Land, in Tao, is you have one guide. Okay? The Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, guides you. Okay? He guides you through so many means. Through Guan Yin Bodhisattva, through Great Strength Bodhisattva, through the Arhats, through the first stage Arhat, through all these people that you'll be cultivating with. This is our environment. When we back to business, normal business, okay? It's very similar to the Pure Land where you have all these people mixed together. It's not like you go to college and to school where you have grade, first grade, second grade, and so forth. There's clear separation in a training. No, in the Pure Land, everyone gets together and practice together with a big guide, Jie Yin, okay? From Amitabha Buddha. Okay? So in a way, I don't want to brag. Our environment is, mini Pure Land. Okay? Without the ponds. Okay? Over there in the Pure Land, the ponds, you heard about the ponds in the Pure Land? They're as big as the Pacific Ocean. There's so many of them. Pink.
We needed to choose the one Dharma when we recite the Buddha's name. On my altar, small altar, I have a Gansein Bosal, the picture, some small picture. So I needed to recite the Gansein Bosal, or I should recite the Gansein Bosal.
So this question is, can I recite one Yin Bodhisattva? One Siyam Pusa?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because she says, you recite my name, I will also attain rebirth as well. Okay?
You can use the recite the Emitofuo. So, but I have a picture of the Gansein Bosal, Gannim Bodhisattva.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. I just recite the Emitofuo.
Someone give her a mini picture of Amitabha Buddha. There's a lot more of those in one Siyam Pusa. Okay?
Thank you.
If you insist on reciting one Yin Bodhisattva, it's okay. But I recommend for your own experiment, do the Amitabha Buddha. You see. Okay?
Okay.
It works as well. Okay? But for this particular practice, it's better to recite Amitabha Buddha.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? There are the practices where you can write one Yin Bodhisattva. There's a different kind of practice. But with this one, I recommend you do Amitabha Buddha. Okay? And there's plenty of images. Plenty of images everywhere. Okay? It's, there, I don't know where the images are, online, or you go to a place in Temple City here, not far from where we are, like 15 minutes away. There's something Buddha's educational, Amita Society on Temple City Boulevard, near the Rouse there. And they have plenty of images, okay, that you can get for yourself, big, small, all kinds, okay. And it's all free, okay, from Taiwan. God bless these Taiwanese hearts. All right, so that's what I would do. So you have 接引导, 接引导师, okay. So you have someone who comes and greets you, bring you back. That's how important you are. Okay, he treats you like a Buddha already, because you become a Buddha when you get there. Okay, and then he brings you back and he 引导 you, meaning that he will guide you. Okay, whether indirectly, okay, or directly. Indirectly by the environment you be in. You have plenty of people you can learn from around you. Okay, in the Pure Land, you'll be meditating next to you. It might be sitting next to you. It's a bodhisattva sitting right with you, meditating with you. Well, cool. So that's why the 引导 is very important. And then when necessary, he'll jump in and say, hey, you, stop eating onion and garlic. I know you crave for that flavor. Okay. But here in the Pure Land, we don't do onion and garlic. Stop asking for it. Okay? So that's the Tao. The Tao is direct to me. Yin Tao has yin is indirect, Tao is more direct. That's how we interpret. Well, I'm no Chinese, please don't quote me. Okay? Yin Tao. Yin is indirectly, through influences. Tao is more direct instructions. Okay? Stop the onion and garlic. That kind of thing. Okay? All right. So that's that's why he's known for that. He's the best teacher. I can't praise him enough. So that's why the second patriarch, Pure Land patriarch, Shan Tao. Okay, Shan is good. Tao is guide, good guide, great guide, superior guide. Okay. So that's what he recommends. He says, you recite Amitabha's name as you fall asleep. Meaning what? Meaning that you keep reciting. Don't worry, am I going to fall asleep? Will I get enough sleep? What time is it now? Oh my God, I need to sleep. Don't worry about it. If you don't sleep, you don't sleep. You sleep, you sleep. But recite as you fall asleep. Is that clear? Don't worry. If some nights you be reciting for 5 minutes and you pass out because you're so tired. Okay. Some other nights you enter samadhi and you feel so good and you say, I want to keep on reciting, and you don't need to sleep. Okay. You sleep a little. That's all. Okay. Yes, YouTube.
So we have a question from Let Go. They ask, does it work to read the Amitabha Sutra and contemplate the Pure Land as described in the sutra?
Yes, absolutely. But there's one problem with doing that, is that if you read the sutra, and the sutra is very long, and you contemplate like that, it means that your mind is going from one scene to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. That's not conducive to single-mindedness. Is it clear? It's easier to, I like the patriarch Shan Tao does. He says, look at an image. Okay, just look at the image and recite the Buddha's name. That's what contemplation. Keep on looking at it. Only look at it. Okay? Don't think. In a small Amitabha Sutra, it says, first it says that there are some railings, there's some trees, there's some pathways lined with gold and the 7 gems. There are birds, there are lakes, pools, and all those things. That's too many things. Okay, and that's too much thinking, too much processing. I would prefer to look at an image, and look at the image and keep on looking, single-mindedly look at the image. That's what he's referring to, that the second patriarch is referring to. Just look at the image. Don't think. Just look at the image. That's it. And whatever you register, let it happen naturally. Don't think. All right? Or you look at a picture of the Buddha, of Amitabha Buddha. Okay? Or look at the scenery and that drawing right there. Right? To minimize your processing, mental processing. Then it's faster. All right, you too? Okay, let go. Okay, let go of that, trying to contemplate the sutra. The sutra is too long, too complicated. All right. And next here on slide number 13, it says practitioner must choose one Dharma, not mixed. Okay, meaning that it's no big deal. All it means here is that before you go to sleep, recite the Buddha's name, contemplate, make a vow, recite the Buddha's name, and look at the image. That's it. So make it a habit of doing that, okay, every night. That's what choosing one Dharma. Don't do it one night and the next night say, whoa, I need to recite a mantra. Okay? And next night say, I feel like reciting the sutra now. Okay? Just do one thing. Okay? Maintain it constantly, and surely will attain rebirth, and your efforts will not be in vain. What does it mean, your efforts will not be in vain? You see, this is so pure. It's so pure. What does it mean? Efforts not, your efforts will not be in vain. Cung Vũ Thẳng Chuyên. This is very Chinese. What does it mean? You know what it means? It means that you attain rebirth this lifetime. You follow his instructions, you can attain rebirth this lifetime. That's one way. Sounds good to you, sir? You can do it yourself with the Buddha's help. The second patriarch says, this is what you do. Don't listen to some other people who says, walk like a zombie. Okay? Questions? You see, so it's so Pure Land because he says, he cannot come out and say, I'll guarantee you. Okay, you'll be apparent a rebirth. That's sales. Salesmanship. Nah. He says, you understand, you see for yourself. You do it, you see for yourself. You will not waste your time. If you do the way I teach you, you will not waste your time. Do you remember? What do? He says, I want to see the Buddha, I want to see the Buddha, I want to see the Buddha. See, that's very Pure Land. He doesn't say, surely you'll attain rebirth, and of course, people might say, does it mean this lifetime? Okay? The first phrase, surely you'll attain rebirth, and then the next one says, not wasted efforts. Okay? You see? The two phrases have its own purposes. It's not the same message. Number one, surely you attain rebirth, meaning yes, you recite the Buddha's name, you do the contemplation, you will attain rebirth to the Pure Land. That's for sure. Okay? But it says not wasted efforts. If that's for sure, then why don't I just recite, surely you attain rebirth? I recite it and then I drop it and then do something else eventually. I will surely attain rebirth, right? But he says next to confirm for you, your efforts will not be in vain. And what is your wish? Attain rebirth. You want to see him, right? Right now. That's what he means. Yes, we have Baloo.
Thưa Thầy, cái pháp môn tịnh độ này đó, con thấy Đức Phật có 48 cái lời nguyện. Mà có 2 cái nguyện rất dễ cho chúng sanh chúng ta đó. Là cái nguyện 19 và nguyện 18. Nguyện 18 chúng ta đọc trong tịnh độ văn mỗi ngày. Mỗi ngày công phu chiều đọc tịnh độ văn đó. Đức Phật Di Đà nó nói là sau khi tôi thành Phật, 10 phương chúng sanh nghe cõi nước tôi mà rất ưa muốn. Khi lâm chung niệm danh hiệu tôi 10 tiếng mà không được vãng sanh, tôi thề không giữ ngôi chánh giác. Cái đó là chúng ta có phần là nếu mà lâm chung mình tính muốn, rất ưa muốn mà muốn sanh về đó thì cần 10 niệm là Ngài thề nếu Ngài không làm cái điều đó, Ngài không có thành Phật. Và điều thứ 19 là Ngài nói là mười phương chúng sanh làm các công đức, đều hồi hướng sanh về cõi nước tôi. Nếu khi lâm chung tôi đến không rước, tôi thề không thành Phật. Thì hai cái điều 18, 19 trong 48 lời nguyện Đức Phật Di Đà là dành cho tất cả chúng ta, rất là dễ làm. Bằng chứng là bà ngoại con 13 tuổi năm 1960, bà ngoại con chết thì lúc con 16 tuổi con biết rồi. Con không có lợi ngay tận mặt, mà má con tại cái giường bệnh má con về kể. Bà từ nhỏ tới lớn dốt đâu có biết cái gì đâu. Rồi má con đi học về lúc 5, lúc 4 đó đọc kinh Di Đà cho bà nghe. Vậy thôi. Rồi lớn lên ở với dâu với con là vậy, rồi đi làm vườn rồi cứ Nam Mô Di Đà Phật thôi. Nhưng mà khi bà chết đó, bà biết sắp chết rồi đó, lấy cái sâu chuỗi 108 cái Nam Mô Di Đà Phật liên tục hết 108 hộp rồi thở ra đi luôn. Dốt đó, không có đọc chữ được. Năm 1960 lúc đó con 16 tuổi con biết rồi. Cho nên cái lời tổ nói đây rất là đúng. Chúng ta làm thì chúng ta sẽ có kết quả.
Master, I think like the Amitabha Buddha has 48 vows, and vows number 18 and 19 is very, very easy to do, because vow 18 say that those whoever single-mindedly recite my name 10 times, one mind unconfused, and if that person could not be reborn to my world, I will not attend with the Buddhahood. And
Correction. You added single-mindedly. The vow itself, vow 18, doesn't say single-mindedly. When you translate properly. Don't insert, don't add, don't subtract. He didn't say it's single-mindedly, nor does it say so in vow number 18 either.
And vows.
And this is when you acknowledge your mistakes and you repent. You don't just, oh, okay, brush it off.
I'm sorry, Master. I'd like to repent.
Because you created an offense, very serious offense, against the Buddha, against him, against me. Because I'm the host. If I tolerate this incomplete information, incorrect information to go uncorrected, I go to hell. It's very serious business for us. You think it's casual? Oh no. I make a mistake, I fall to the hells. Well, you go to the Pure Land.
And vow number 19 say that
chúng sanh làm được công đức gì đều hồi hướng được sanh về cõi nước tôi. Nếu kẻ chết tôi không đến rước về cõi nước tôi thề không thành Phật.
Not sure 19 is to transfer the merit and virtue, all the things, all for rebirth to the Pure Land. No, I think it says, 19 says you, for all the merit and virtue you create is to adorn the Pure Land, not for rebirth to the Pure Land. Someone check number 19, please, quickly. He's old. Either he's wrong or I'm wrong. Check quickly. Okay? We verify it for you. We do fact checking on the fly. So I can't stay here and give you lies. And get away with it. Go on.
And I believe that vows 18 and 19 is very easy to do. And it helps people to go to the Pure Land because in my grandma's case, she was illiterate. She didn't really know anything, but she heard my mom read the Amitabha Sutra for her to listen. And then her whole life, she just recite Buddha's name, Namo Emitofuo, Namo Emitofuo. And before, when she get old and then she knows that she is about to die, she could use the beads and recite 108 times Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha. Then she passed away. So that's the proof. I know that Pure Land Dharma door is really useful.
Okay, next, slide 14. Let's continue to find out more. And then later, eventually, you go into the text itself, the Great Transference text itself, which is very, very good. Okay? But this is to give you a general overview of why we're doing this and what these Pure Land patriarchs do in order to train us, to guide us on how to recite the Buddha's name. And again, I stress, you learn and you follow the methods that's taught by patriarchs. Do not depend on non-patriarchs. If you do that, it's your own risk and peril. Okay, this is Mahayana. Mahayana, we have so many great patriarchs. Why would you have to invent anything? The patriarchs came to our world in order to teach us shortcuts on how to get what we wish. Because they have the wisdom, they have the skills to know what to teach us. That's what Mahayana patriarchs do. Okay? And the latest patriarch is Master YongHua, okay, that we know of. There's a second patriarch who's hiding somewhere we don't know, so we can't count on that guy. But there's a patriarch there. There's a patriarch called Shantao, okay? And there's a patriarch called Lin Chi. These are the authority. You listen, you believe them. Don't believe people who are non-patriarchs. My words are meaningless. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? But you should study and believe and follow the patriarchs. That's your sure bet. Don't follow it because a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it. Those are still around. They don't go, they cannot attain rebirth. They don't have the blessings yet to do it right. Is there a question here? Pink.
Mô Phật bạch thầy, giống bây giờ cái niệm Phật đi giảng sanh mà cái người lâm chung đó phải cần người lại khai thị không thầy? Rồi một cái thứ nhất, cái thứ nhì đó, niệm Phật với cái bài vị giảng sanh hai cái là cái nào nó có lợi hơn? Mô Phật.
I know she's always up to something. The vow number 19, you can find it either online or you can go into the long Amitabha Sutra. It spells out all those 48 vows. The Wu Liang Shou Sutra, Wu Liang Guang Sutra, or the Guan Sutra. They have those vows. Yes?
Number 19 is attain rebirth.
Attain rebirth?
Yeah.
Okay, and I remember wrong. I stand corrected. Okay? So you do everything, and you, as the old monk here says, you do all the good things and the virtuous things in your life, and you don't keep it for yourself, to transfer it to all living beings, okay? And your end goal is all those merit and virtues are for you to attain rebirth to the Pure Land. Yes? Right? Can you recite the Chinese for me quickly, please? That vow 19.
临终皆引愿，设我得佛，十方众生发菩提心，修诸功德，至心发愿，欲生我国。临寿终时，假令不与大众围绕现其人前者，不取正觉。
I'm glad my Chinese is not that good.
中文
We believe you, okay. I caught the first few characters, and the rest I meant, oh yeah, very nice. Okay, I will look at it again in the Chinese to see exactly how it's phrased, and I will update you tomorrow night. How's that? Okay, send me that text, and I need to look at some keywords to decipher what he means. Okay, all right. 14. Going back to 14 of the slides. Lin Ching Master, which is another Pure Land patriarch, he says, you know, you don't know how blessed you are that there's someone called Shan Tao, patriarch, who came to teach you. Okay, and you know why you should take it seriously, take his instructions seriously, because he's a transformation body of Amitabha Buddha. So that this is to emphasize for your sake, for our sakes, how beautiful, how important of a Dharma door that Master Shanta taught us just before sleeping. He's not asking you to recite all day, or shave your head, or give up, whatever, okay? Your family, or your money, whatever, your children. No, he says, every night, whoever you are, recite my name, the Buddha's name, okay? And contemplate, and your efforts will not be in vain. So far, so good. And so Master Lin Chu, who is another great patriarch in the Pure Land school, has to validate that Dharma door for us, because it's how important it is. All right? It's too bad the Chinese kept it for themselves. My master didn't transmit it here to the U.S. This is a case where you want to go to advanced Dharma doors, you professionals, you have to learn Chinese. Okay? Next, 15. He says this Dharma door here, okay, is extremely efficacious for those who have deep faith. Okay, this is a Mahayana Dharma door. This Pure Land school here, this Pure Land Dharma practice here, that's Master Shandao taught us, is a Mahayana Dharma door. And you need to have deep faith to believe in this particular method. And you, because of your faith, you practice. You don't demand to see results. This is different from a Chan school. You come to our way place, or you receive our help in our Chan training help. Many of you like it because you see results very quickly, wherever you are. You know, we send over a Sakshamana to Korea, and because she's been trained to teach Chan for years. And it shows the results is that for her by herself, at her own level, and what she knew, how to train people, our American Wei Yang style, people have been improving. Okay, so you see results. It's easier for you. But this particular Pure Land here, practice here, do not seek results. Okay, so it means that it requires higher level of blessings, right here. You need to be validated and reinforced that you walk on the right path. Here, in this Pure Land Dharma door here, the patriarchs are saying, have faith, because the Buddha says so. That's all you need to know. If the Buddha tells you to do something, just do it. And eventually you see why. All right? That's very Mahayana. Master Lin Chu also says, when you practice here, okay, if possible, practice vigorously day and night, like doing a Fochi here. Okay, here's a chance for you to do that. Keep on reciting Buddhism, recite Buddhism, contemplate, contemplate, and recite. Okay, and it says expense of all emotions, meaning that don't get afflicted. Don't get afflicted that your neighbor is walking too slow, or your neighbor is walking too fast. Okay? Don't get afflicted. Or don't get excited because you see some nice visions. You have some nice visions. Okay? You see a goddess coming and sprinkle flowers on your head because you recite the Buddha's name so well. You say, look, look, look. Okay? Don't get excited. It's not a big deal. Okay? Don't get afflicted. Don't get upset. Don't become fool yourself. You're something special, someone special, because you're practicing the Pure Land Dharma door. That's for people. The way we teach you is for highly blessed people with high level of blessings. It's a contrast to those people who okay? Do you really think that there's more of those people practicing than here? You really think so? Wrong. So wrong. All right, 16. Think long term. Okay? Practicing is like refining, a slow process of refinement. You refine yourself now as a person, as a human being. Pure Land is not beyond, when you recite the Buddha's name, it's not beyond you becoming kinder. It will happen naturally. Don't say, I recite the Buddha's name because I want to go to Pure Land. I don't care. I can't wait to go to the Pure Land and never coming back. Don't talk like that. Don't talk like an idiot. So many of them. Okay? It is when you have faith, you have the proper faith, you do it because the patriarch says this is the best Dharma door for you. Right now your level is very low. When you progress, if you recite the Buddha's name, you will keep on progressing. Okay? And then one day, even before you die, you might reach a high level. And you say, wow, I didn't realize reciting Buddha's name can bring me here. Or those of you who are in a Chan school who says, Master says, I'm pretty cool. Okay? That should not preclude you from reciting Buddha's name. Don't say that I got here because I've been following Master YongHua and he trained me in Chan, and he's a Chan person, and I hope he keep on training me in Chan. I say, and the Pure Land, we just do it. No, well, if you think like that, you still think that Chan is better than the Pure Land, is because your Chan level is too low. All right? For furthermore information on 17, it is that the great Master Shantao, he had a vision of the Pure Land, okay, with the people with the 9 grades. So he verified the Amitabha Sutra. He said, you're born there with 9 grades, right? So Master Shantao, here in Saha world, says, wow, it's true. There's such people over there. He affirms it for us. Believe. Don't tell me, what proof do you have? If I need to provide proof to you, then you have no faith. I'm not interested in talking to you. Go somewhere else. Unless you have a lot of money. If you do, please call me. Got it? Okay. 18. This is the essential way to enter the Buddha Dharma, meaning that this is one of those wonderful Dharma doors that illustrate what it takes to enter the great sea of the Mahayana. How so? By faith. You need to have faith. You practice the Pure Land Dharma door, it's about faith. And that's how you enter Mahayana. That's how you are assured that you're practicing Mahayana Pure Land, not zombie Pure Land. Okay? And I apologize to those people who get offended by my words. No, you're not zombie. You just look like zombie. You walk like zombie. It's fun for me. But at this stage here, I don't want you to waste time. Okay? And that's why I sound critical and made fun of these things, because it's ridiculous. That's the wrong way of practice. It's time to wake up. Okay? Stop making mistakes like that. Cultivation. Let me tell you the secret about cultivation. Cultivation is one thing that most people don't realize, especially Westerners. And certainly the Chinese don't explain it to their followers. Cultivation. Would you like to know? time is almost up. Yes? I heard only one yes. Half-hearted yes. It's so hard to convince you of anything. You guys are, I'm not moving. I'm unmoved. No matter what Master says. The secret of our cultivation is don't tell people. Don't tell others. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. Because when you do the wrong things, you won't make it. That's why the patriarch's instruction is so important. Patriarch says, do this is the right thing. But what do? You smart people says, I want to be creative. Can I add this? Can I add that? Not at my temple. You got it? Stop shooting yourself in the foot. He says, no, I want to. Nam mô a mi to pho. Who told you to do so? Which patriarch told you to do so? You see? And so, what happens is people like me, idiots like me, who's trying to impress you, he says, you heard all these things from the Chinese already. Let's do something American. Let's do something better. Do something original. If you are impressed by the zombie walk, I have much better walks to teach you. Two can play that games. Okay? Nonsense. This is why it's so important for you, smart people, to stick with the instructions of the patriarchs. The patriarch don't say it, don't do it. Let them do it. It's their problems. Got it? And because cultivation, because you keep on shooting yourself in the foot. So these patriarchs say, no, all you are, especially you smart people, so smart people, you think you can figure everything out. And it's not possible. You cannot figure this thing out. You can't. If you could, you'd be looking at me and said, this guy, he's a total waste of time. I'm telling you, honestly, if you can figure it out, okay? Let me tell you the truth. It sounds like Catholic, doesn't it? The whole truth. If you can figure it out, you would be looking at my face as you sound like an idiot. Doesn't ring with you. Doesn't strike a chord with you. Whatever I tell you, you say, I don't know. Something is off. If when you are like that, only two cases. Number one, you're totally stupid. That's possible. But since you are such clever and successful people, that's not the case. The other case is that you're not as wise as you think. Because if you really can figure it out, trust me, you would not be impressed by yours truly. You say, I'm out of here. You write in comments on the internet, that guy is full of it. Don't listen to him. I'm not impressed. If you do, Please point out to me. Please teach me where I'm wrong. Okay? Be constructive. Criticize me, but tell me where I'm wrong so that I can fix it. Okay? That's the thing about cultivation. People say, follow me, because a lot of people follow me. Who cares if a lot of people follow me, follow you? It's about what do you need to do to become enlightened? What do you need to do to get rebirth to the Pure Land? That's all that matters. Whether, 100 more mosquitoes, go the mosquitoes' way, let them. Cultivation is very conservative. We follow the patriarch's recipe. We don't deviate from that. The great patriarchs, like Shantao, Venerable Shantao, it's timeless. His method is timeless. Applies to back then, hundreds of years ago, centuries ago. Is it centuries ago? I forgot. Huiyuan was 6th century, yes? 6th, 7th century. So Shantao is 6th, 7th century. So we are like hundreds of years later. Got that? Okay. And it says here, and the Master Lien Chu here reiterates what the Pure Land people are saying. You practice Pure Land, you will surely succeed. You practice any other Dharma doors, you encounter so many difficulties without accomplishment. Okay? That's a fact. Questions, comments? So you have the advantages over the other people. A lot of you have the advantages because you are not shooting yourself in the foot. That's why you're progressing. Question?
Master, there's a question online. Master, do you as the host and the translator made a mistake? Let's say translating into a language Master does not understand. Would both of you go to hell, or you are okay since you did not know?
I hope I don't go to the hell's house. Please, Buddha, forgive me. Okay. What I'm referring to is intentionally do that. For example, okay, this happens quite often to monks like us, low-life monks like us, who, typically a monk like me, in my Dharma age, we starve, we struggle for decades to prove ourselves. This is why the Vietnamese or the Asians, the Koreans and so forth, they adore these old monks. They say, you survived that long, really? And they don't realize some old monks only have been a monk for 1 or 2 years. Just kidding. The point being that monks and nuns are under a lot of pressure because it's very difficult for us. It's not like during the Buddha's time where the Buddha took care of everything. They got clothing, they got food, they got protection, all those things from the Buddha. So those people became enlightened very quickly. The proper Dharma age, they become enlightened left and right because they have no worries. Nowadays, in modern times, many monks and nuns I see, they have to worry about paying rent, have to worry about clothing, they have to worry about clothing, they have to worry about more clothing, okay? And then have to worry about food, and then on, and health insurance, on and on. There's one thing that monks and nuns are constantly worried about is Money, 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 money. If you have that kind of mindset, it's very difficult to make it. Okay? And the Buddhists disciples are very, very smart. They're very savvy. They said, how long have you been a monk? Less than 40 years, 30 years? In Chinese system, 30 years. You have to be fully ordained for 30 years. Then they take you seriously. In Vietnam, how many years? 40 years. And you have to be over 60 years old. Right? So they're very tough. They have the very high standards. That's why people like me, who are low lives, the French call it blanc bec, meaning an idiot. Okay. We're not taking seriously. No one gives us donations. They'd rather donate to the old Hershang and because they get more blessings, which makes sense. They would not give us anything. So we need to do something. We need to do something to distinguish ourselves. This is tremendous pressure for us, especially people with aspirations. Unlike me, I have no aspiration whatsoever. I swear to you, when I first started, yes, I wanted to become famous. I have a big temple. And then once when I realized it's not possible, I gave up. Okay? I said, I don't want to become famous. I don't want to have big temples. But for the typical monk, typical good monk, not like me, okay? They will have the aspiration, have ambitions. And that's why they are too preoccupied with worldly things like money, like food, like drinks, like clothing, like shelter, like medicine. That's worldly concerns. Because of that, okay, they will not make it. To these people, they say, oh, that's walk differently. Okay? Let's meditate differently. Please, which patriarch taught that? And that's why it's very difficult. That's why the Dharma degenerates, because the senior monks are too polite, they're too kind, too compassionate, not like big mouth like me. I look at that and say, I don't think it makes sense. Okay? Because the results speak for themselves. Who among you who zombies became enlightened? Tell me. How many zombies of you have reached the Pure Land? Please tell me. Yes.
Bảo vệ sư phụ, bảo vệ thầy được rồi thầy.
And that's why translation.
Master, if nobody protect you, sư phụ protect you is enough.
Not true. He gave up on me a long time ago. I was smart. It's funny. Can I share this story with you before we stop? Because we have to cultivate, right? We talk too much. Julie wants to cultivate. I thought I would shave my head and learn meditation from this old monk because he'd be around for 25 more years. I said, 25 more years, I planned 10 years, now I'd be happy. And then 6 months later, he died. He knew full well that I was only interested in becoming a monk for 10 years and I do something else. And they allowed me to shave my head and gave me a gold name and stuff like that. And then he died. Okay? So I was smart. I was not impressed by his disciples. So I said, I disagree with your interpretation of Master Sheno's Dharma. So I left. conditions arose, so lucky for me, I had to go. I left. I chose to go. And so after Master YongHua came to me and said, "You should teach," about 17 years ago, he told me, he said, "You should teach." And I said, "Okay." After thinking for 2 weeks, I said, "Okay, but just to be safe, I teach only your Dharma. I don't teach anything else." So that's what I did. So it was safe. It's true. When you teach Master YongHua's Dharma, then he'll protect you. Don't deviate from that. He'll protect you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right? But now we're in virgin territories, if you will, okay? Because we decided a few years ago, I decided a few years ago to venture out up under Master YongHua's shadows. I didn't say anything. I simply declared, I will be working for Shakyamuni Buddha. I don't work for Master YongHua anymore. So Master YongHua's protection is gone. Okay? So it's not true. If something goes wrong, I go to the house. I know that. Well, that's life. Better me than you. All right? So the intention is not, if I say something wrong because I'm trying to become famous, because I'm trying to impress you, I definitely deserve to go to the house. I agree with that. I feel sorry for all these teachers as, they're trying to impress you so that you have faith in them. And that's why they're overreaching. And I feel sorry for them. I really do. That's why I'm a little bit more critical. And of course, comes across as jealousy and whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay? The point here is that they're overreaching. And they're in big trouble. They're not going to make it. For example, Pure Land teachers, they're not going to make it. These teachers who teach meditation and teach it the wrong ways, they're not going to become enlightened. Trust me. Not possible. Not possible. Okay? I'm not lying. So I really feel sorry for these people. But the question is about what if they translate into a language, different language, which I don't understand, and so forth. It has to do with attitude. Give an example. Never mind about. Let's give a specific language. Korean. And like our fearless leader says, I love Koreans. Okay. I do. Now Sang-woo is standing on the side and laughing, giggling, Before the whole lecture, she said, in samadhi. Now she's leaning back, leaning forth. So out of samadhi. So in Korea, for example, okay, I don't know the language, but my beloved disciple, she's Korean. I taught her to teach Chan, but her English is no good. Her English has problems. She misses about 30% of what I explained. Who knows how she got there? It baffles me. Okay? It's like I tell you 100% and you get only 70%. You think that she's in big trouble. No, she still makes it. It's weird. Okay? So the English is not there. 30% is lost. Okay? And then the Korean language is not there either because it's not really Korean. Okay, so you have double jeopardy. My instructions are misinterpreted or mishandled. And then the translation is not even Buddhist. And yet, people are still making progress. Go figure. Okay? So the funny thing is that, do I go to the house? Probably. Will it be worth it? No, probably not. No, I'm kidding. The intention is not to try to fool you. The intention is not to try to impress you. The intention is not to try to become famous. The intention is to try our best to help you. Yes, right now, that's all I have to offer. In the future, more people will become trained. This happened to Master YongHua when he first came here. No one spoke Chinese among his disciples. They're very good at doing that, inhaling. None of them understood Chinese, so he had to teach Chinese every day. He taught them sutras, and then an hour Chinese, and then try to picture a Chinese monk who does not even speak English properly, teaching you Chinese to a bunch of Americans. And yet somehow they pick it up. So initially the translation is horrible. I listened to some of the older tapes, very ancient tapes. They don't know what they're talking about. And look at where they are right now. It's fantastic. You see? So I'm not worried. Yes, this is the best we have to offer you right now, poor Koreans. Okay? But I promise we'll keep improving. And we'll get better. Next iteration, and next one, and next one, the next one. Okay? That's where it is. So, if I go to the house, it's not because I'm trying to impress you. It's because of other reasons. Okay, any final questions? We're out of time. No more? Okay. And I might see some of you in the house. So make sure you go to the Pure Land. Don't come see me, okay? Don't say, I love Master, I adore Master, I will follow Master. Don't you dare. Yes, Pink.
Thầy hồi nãy nói thầy không theo Ngài Hòa Thượng Tiên Hóa, thầy lại theo Đức Phật. Tôi có một câu chuyện muốn kể mà đêm nay chắc không kể đâu, để chừng nào có dịp mà kể cái câu chuyện thầy mới nói ra nè.
Is it a long story or a short story? Câu chuyện dài hay câu chuyện ngắn?
Dài lắm câu chuyện này.
Okay, it's a long story. We'll pick it up tomorrow night. How's that? Okay. Are you free tomorrow? Okay. Good night, everyone. Let's do the Great Transference. Thank you.